second journey of the season, and it starts in London. I woke up this morning close to London Bridge. I headed for the train station, platform 4, train to Gatwick, and here I am. I checked in my luggage and drinking a Pepsi to cool down, heading for Lissabon on my voyage. Arrived to Portugal and in fact Lissabon, main city I believe. And I am with
Daniel
from
Sweden and
Motorjournalen. Actually they are these guys. Motorjournalen is something that I have been followed for years, and now I'm sitting beside this gentleman.
That's great.
And on my very left side we have
Linus Adolfsson från högsta växeln.
Högsta växeln. That's actually Top Gear direct translation. What's your name?
Marco. I'm a YouTuber. Basically, I make video reviews of supercars and exotic cars.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. A proper petrol head. And I'm gonna link to his channel below, and you just hit it and watch it and enjoy on our SUV voyage. Passport, here goes. This is apparently a design hotel. Let's check it out. This is this hotel. Yeah, I'm gonna like it here. But what is this? From the road to the street, the exclusive sneakers from Michelin and camper. This needs to be checked out. It's quite an intensive schedule, I must say. It starts 6:45 tomorrow with yoga class. Not sure about that, but anyway, briefing at the bar, pick up cars. I'm gonna drive cars. Amazing. Michelin Pilot Sport 4 SUV driving experience. That is gonna be exciting. Okay, I've never been a fan of unboxing, etc., but with all the nice gifts I have received lately, especially from Jeff in the US, this starts to get a little bit exciting. So it is a spectacular Michelin SUV Voyage jacket. Thank you. And then what do we have here? Yeah, this is the camber. Here we are. New shoes. Thank you. Oh yes, it's Michelin shoes. It says actually Michelin here. Actually, I like them. It's actually a Michelin guy in the center as well. Oh, I have to try them on immediately. New shoe. Look at it, beautiful. It's a racing shoe. Oh, fits perfectly. Michelin is not just about shoes. It's also about food, and I'm actually on my way to a Michelin restaurant. The shuffle to the Loft restaurant. This is the absolute most craziest bus you can get into. I mean, we are gathered here, journalists, YouTubers, bloggers. Well, I don't think Michelin could have had a better, or let's say perfect vehicle at the entrance at the Michelin restaurant, a Macan. The Michelin restaurant are something special. It beholds the passion. Listen to my explanation how it feels to taste the food. And the chefs, they are artists.
It's called Alma.
They communicate directly to your heart with the food. So the old man is getting tired, heading home to the hotel. Oh my God, that hurt. Oh, Janko, get the grip. That's better. Let's face it, I had a tough morning, but it's time to straighten up my body. I'm gonna try some yoga. I was so afraid that I didn't gonna get a Porsche, and I got two things, ladies and gentlemen. I got a gentleman and connoisseur from Denmark, Nicolai.
Good to see you guys.
I'm so pleased. Actually, Michelin has provided us with an iPad. And in this iPad, actually, I think it was an app, wasn't it?
Yeah, they developed a special app for this trip.
Yeah?
And even if we're lost, they can contact us via the app. So it's like a kindergarten on a trip.
Your destination is on the right.
You have arrived. Now where do you park?
Do you think it's this spot?
Nicolai, where are we? Look at the spectacular wall.
I thought this was a pop-up shop with t-shirts because that was all I saw. But it's actually a graffiti art gallery. And these guys have been active for 3 decades.
Don't you feel 10 years younger, Nicolai?
I would say 20 years younger.
20 years younger. Do you remember these guys?
Yeah, that was before the CD. That would be a ghetto blaster or a boombox.
You know, anyone that owned this was king.
Yeah, and still is.
Look at this place.
It used to be an old garage.
For petrolhead like myself.
Exactly.
My God.
For the time when the cars had 4 gears.
I mean, look at the art form.
It's quite street,
You know, it
underground.
took me 2 seconds when I walked in here to recognize the skills of these people.
Yeah, they're quite talented.
Quite.
They've been going on for 3 decades, so yeah.
It happened. I didn't choose, so I was living too much outdoor living, and suddenly I understood that I could paint in the streets and not be stuck in the studio as a designer and teaching design, and I just became a professional graffiti artist.
So Nicolai, what are you doing now?
I'm being badass in street, can't you see?
I always knew there was something in you.
Breaking the law, painting the... That's it.
Spectacular place, Nicolai.
Quite so. I thought it was a shop, but it was a gallery. And really cool guys.
Yeah, there was, you know, passionate. I love when I meet people that are passionate.
Yeah, and you know, they know what they were talking about. They've been doing this graffiti art for 30 years.
Yeah.
They started as street gangsters and now they are well known.
Yeah.
And they're getting hired to paint cities, buildings, yeah, legal stuff.
And now we're heading for a new location. Where are we, Nicolai? It feels a bit mysterious, doesn't it?
It sure does. Industrial and yet reborn. We are in a place that used to be an industrial area, and they changed it 5 years ago when a French company came in and bought the plot and have developed it to a, well, cultural place, both for the tourists but also for the Portuguese people. So it's mingling and it should be safe. We might be a bit overage because they say the students are up till 25. So 15 years ago we would have fitted in here. We just got a small introduction.
Yeah, we did.
And he had a fun fact as well. We have the bridge from San Francisco and the big statue from Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the city that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Lissabon, Rio de Janeiro and San Francisco in one place.
It feels like the entire world is connecting to one place, isn't it? A lot of art, even in this part of Lissabon.
Street art, funky places, restaurants, we mentioned that, bars as well.
I think we did, and I mean, I think if you compare to the first place we were, I can understand where they come from.
Yeah.
Building up their creativity with the environment they're raised upon.
And this area would be too mainstream for them.
Actually, I think you're right.
They might go here for drinks and dinner, but not for work.
That's it.
That's it.
Spectacular culture in this Lissabon city.
We didn't buy anything,
No, we didn't. We are useless. We don't spend a dime.
but I'll have a sip of my free water. I'll have to change them because now you're driving.
I am, actually. I must ask you, how did it feel to drive a Porsche?
Well, last time I drove a Porsche, I was sitting in the back seat of the big brother. That would be the Cayenne Turbo.
Exactly.
But it was nice. It's actually, when I think of Porsche, I always think of quite fast. And this is fast, but not quite really fast.
No, this is the entrance model
Yeah.
of the Porsche.
Comfortable luxury.
It is. It is indeed.
And well, what are we up to now, Mr. Driver?
Well, as you mentioned before, we do have a package in behind that's called lunch.
Junk in the trunk.
Junk in the trunk. And we just hit nature
Yeah.
to try to find a good picnic spot. To have a conversation and perhaps enjoy the meal. And since we are hosted by Michelin, my expectations are
Sky high.
sky high. Lunch spot. We're now perhaps not as green as we thought we would have.
Well, you can see, I don't know if you can see it on the
Yeah, we
camera.
can.
Yeah, it's really, really green. We're at a tall point. It's really windy. But we have some shelter over here.
Should we
Should we?
take the Michelin backpack and see what it has to offer? I love the scenery, Nicolai.
You have the bridges, the water, the forest, the buildings,
Everything.
airplane coming in.
Plane coming in. Of course, I was, in my head, imagining a more nature forest. Yeah. But, for me that actually live close to the forest, or actually neighbor to the forest, this is a larger experience for me.
It is. We have nothing like this in Denmark. But again, we are abroad. We need to get a wider horizon.
Exactly, and the graffiti has followed us since this morning.
It has.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed. I just tested the tires a bit. I hope I didn't scare you.
No, I'm all good. As you can see, I have the panic handle. And you told me about your 600 laps at a pro racing court, so all good.
Actually, this was, they are quite impressive, the tires. I didn't expect that. And we made a break in the corner before, and I think, actually, I think the tires are quite sticky. I would like to test them on a track. This was really good.
I feel safe, I must say.
Spectacular lunch.
Exactly, quite windy, but what a view.
I mean, first when I saw it, I said, oh, should we pick another spot? I must admit. But then when I examined it more carefully and viewed the possibility and the art that was inside,
Graffiti again.
graffiti again, and I kind of think that it's, for me at least, living out in the country was spectacular. Much better than out in the countryside. I must
Crazy scenery. And
crazy.
just imagine that this building, it's from 1968.
Yeah.
And at that time, it was the place to go if you wanted to dine out and play bingo. It was a bingo tower.
Unbelievable. With that spectacular view, I mean, who could keep track of the numbers?
Exactly. And who should drive home if you won great prizes?
Yeah, that's another good one.
I know.
another good
I'm full of them.
So we're heading for a castle now.
Yep.
What is your first impression of Lissabon?
Well, it's not that busy. Well, we were in traffic jam, but a place like this, it's not overrun by tourists yet. It might be a bit off-season. It's beautiful. It's maybe 15, 17 degrees hotter than in Denmark right now, so I'm really enjoying it. And it's used, it has patina, I think you can call it. And it's just, you know, mixed colors. I saw orange trees. I haven't seen them in real life for, many years. I'm satisfied. I really like it here. Laid back atmosphere, right?
What happened? We couldn't enter the fortress.
We have a permission to film everywhere, but it's placed in the car. So we didn't bring the car to the castle. Next time we'll bring the car and we'll waive the permission and have the whole castle open for dinner. But we heard some good music.
We did, didn't we?
She was quite a guitar player, very passionate about it. Maybe passion is the word for Lisbon.
It could be actually.
Mm. Arts,
Definitely.
food, architecture, the good life, and now also music, and a passion for bringing permission.
Nicolai, can I ask you another thing? Can you tell us a bit about your blog?
Well, of course you can. It actually turns 10 years this very month. Mm-hmm. It's called mypleasure.dk. Don't go to mypleasure.com, that would be adult toys. I found out half a year after I registered the domain. Nevertheless, I've been writing for maybe 23 years all in all, and the last 15 years have been about lifestyle. So cars, watches, traveling, hotels, design, furniture, art, the good life. And it's not always the price that is the interesting fact. It's actually pretty rare that the price is interesting to write about. But when you start to, you know, scratch the surface of interesting watches that can be found at auctions, you suddenly find out that, oh, there's this certificate that came with the watch. It was bought on April the 16th, 1969. What happened on that specific day 40 or 50 years ago, and then start to build stories. I love to write stories like that.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Nicolai,
Janko.
I would like to thank Michelin for the opportunity and the arrangement that they have made for us.
I'm on that one too.
I think that we have been able to spot Lissabon from a perspective we couldn't found ourselves.
Yet again, they are tires, they are shoes, but they are also a guide.
They are a guide, and they are so much more than just the tires that keeps the family safe in your car.
True.
So from the bottom of my heart, and I believe from yours as well, I would like to
Absolutely.
thank Michelin for the opportunity that we have had and experience Lissabon and my mysuvoyage.